What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and some more Star Wars Armada. So we decided to pick up the Invisible Hand and add to our Separatist forces so we can get a more complete fleet as the game slowly develops away from the core sets or starter fleets as they are now for the Clone Wars era factions, right? The Separatists and the Republic. So this should be a good one, right? The Invisible Hand, Grievous's ship. We're going to get this thing open as usual for you guys. Take a look at all the cards, upgrades, all that fun stuff. Take a good close look at the model and see what's what. We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we got everything open up here for you. So as normal, we get our little info sheet here with the components list, the wonderful cardboard itself. So again, the Providence-Class Dreadnought, and then the reverse side will have the other version of the ship. We'll take a look at that a little bit closer, in closer detail there when we get through to the cards. Of course, our large flight stand here, and then the ship itself, which is gorgeous in person. Pictures online don't do it justice, so just absolutely fantastic all around here. Engine detail, if we can get that to properly focus here for you guys. It just does not want to cooperate. Let's see if we can. There we go. Let's get a little bit better. Underside here. And again, just great looking ship here. Cannot say enough about that. Although, for the first time in the history of any of the models we've picked up for Armada here, there may be a bit of an issue with the paint job. So on the starboard side, everything looks okay here with like the fighter bay. As you can see, looks a little bit faded though, so I don't know if it was painted as crisply as it was supposed to be, but it's still workable. On the other side here, though, I think they kind of forgot to paint that. It looks faded out or not even painted at all in parts of it, so I don't know if that's intentional. If anybody else has the model, of course, let us know in the comments if yours is exactly the same or if we just happen to get like a rare bad one here. Easy fix, of course, just got to find the right gray to kind of match that and get everything lined up. But yeah, just kind of stood out to me. Just never had an issue with any paint jobs whatsoever on any Armada ships or really X-Wing or anything like that from Fantasy Flight before, anything that was pre-painted. But this does stand out because, again, I just, compared to the other side, that looks more or less finished. That looks like somebody just forgot to do it. So, but anyway, doesn't detract from the overall paint job. Of course, everything else looks great. Just that odd little detail there. So, anyway, fantastic looking ship. Definitely picking up a second one. Then, moving on to the wonderful set of new cards. So we get Admiral Trench, clocking in at 36 points. At the start of each ship phase, you may reveal and discard one command dial from this card. If you do until the end of the round, when a friendly ship spends only a matching command token to resolve a command, that ship resolves the command as if it had spent a dial and token of the same type instead. So that's pretty spicy there. If you guys have been running Trench so far, let us know how that's been going for you. Grievous, as you might expect, 20 points here. When a friendly ship or squadron is destroyed, you may choose one friendly ship or unique squadron at distance 1 to 5 of the destroyed ship or squadron. If you do, the chosen ship or unique squadron may either ready one of its defense tokens or recover one of its discarded defense tokens and then exhaust that token. So kind of a last-ditch effort there before you really are gone. So pretty cool stuff there. TI or TL99, I can't remember, but when a friendly unactivated squadron is at distance 1 to 3, it gains counter 3. Oh my. Or if it has the printed counter keyword, gains an additional counter 1. After it performs a counterattack, toggle its activation slider to the activated side, naturally. So it does kind of use up that, so it's once per a one-use thing at a time, basically. So you can just indefinitely getting counter 3, which would be certainly a bit busted. But hey, sometimes they might think twice before attacking whatever it is that is getting counter 3. Anyway, 4 points for that. Certainly, I think we'll find a home for it. Tikis, I think is the pronunciation on it. 2-pointer. When you reveal a command, or Tykes perhaps, when you reveal a command, you may place a matching command token on this card. If you do, gain a command token of your choice. During the command phase, if you have a command token on this card, you must choose that command on each command dial. that is to be assigned to you and show those dials to your opponent. Then discard that command token. Interesting. Thermal shields. Medium or large only, 5-pointer. While defending after the attacker gathers dice, you may spend a brace token. If you do, choose and remove half of the dice in the attack pool round and down. That's funny. That's awesome. Get a couple of those. Hot landing. Start of the squad phase, friendly squads with Adept gain grit until the end of the phase. When a friendly squadron with Adept is destroyed, you may choose one enemy ship at 1 to 2 of that squadron, and then the ship gains a raid of your choice. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Liking that. Jedi Hostage. 3 points there. When an enemy ship declares you as a target of a that symbol attack there. So then if this card's ready, the attacker gains a raid token of its choice if able. When an enemy ship at close range reveals a command, it may discard that particular dial to exhaust this card while defending. If this card is exhausted, you can't spend more than 1 defense token, so a little bit of a downside potentially there. B2 Rocket Troopers, 7 points for this thing. Alright, so when you're performing a that symbol attack, a ship at close medium range, you may exhaust this card. If you do, defender gains a raid of your choice. While attacking a squadron, you may exhaust this card. And then if you do, add a die of any color already in the pool to that. Bumping up the anti-squadron. Nice. Point defense ion. Non-huge ships only. Very specific. Right, so while defending at close range or at distance 1 during the spend defense token step, you may force the attacker to re-roll a die of your choice. Not terrible, certainly. Titles here now. Invincible. You gain an additional of that icon in your upgrade bar. Not bad, 5 points for that. The Invisible Hand, excited to see what this was. So 9 points. That's pretty spicy for a title. While deploying fleets, if you are in the play area, when you would deploy a squadron with Swarm, you may set that squadron aside next to your ship card instead. You may set aside up to 5 squads in this way, and then the squadron symbol there. So for each squadron you would activate with this command, you may place one of your set-aside squadrons within distance 3. Wow. It can't move this activation, and if it has AI, increase its AI value by 1. Wow, nice. So it's a way of basically acting as a carrier there and bringing the swarm really to where you need it. And distance 3 is pretty damn generous there. Lucid Voice, 8 points on this one. Wow. Treat your rear hull zone's printed battery armament as 3 red dice. And if we look just casually here at the Providence Dreadnought, it's basically 1 of each color. This is just making it 3 red. The battery armament of your left and right hull zones are each increased by 1 black die and decreased by a blue die, so much stronger short range to give up a little bit of that mid-range. Interesting. And then finally we get to the ship types itself. Of course, we always get 2, right? So the Dreadnought and the Providence-Class Carrier, both 9 hull. The Carrier has much better overall, I think, right? Anti-squadron with 2 black versus the 1 blue. They both have 3 command, 4 squad, and 4 engineering, so very much like an ISD here in that realm. Just very strong overall in most regards here. And again, good selection of symbols here. Up to speed 3, not so maneuverable at fast speeds, of course, at speed 3. Very maneuverable. 1 super strong shields in the front, 5s, 3s on the side, and 2 in the rear, and just good all-around damage. 5 in the front, 6 on the flanks, and then 3 in the rear. And let's see the difference between them here. Let's see, the front is similar, exactly the same. The sides differ a little bit, more red on the Dreadnought versus the Carrier just being kind of equally balanced there. And then they both have the same rear, so interesting there. Let's check the points levels. So, coming in at 105 on the Carrier, and hey, 105 on the Dreadnought, that's interesting. And then some clear differences there on the upgrade bar path. So again, not really going to get into big details here. This is just, again, the unboxing. We'll talk about that later. But again, also has droid, bombard, and transport on the Dreadnought versus droid, comms, and transport here. So overall, pretty interesting. Definitely loving this. And again, as we said, certainly I think worth picking up a second one. This is basically your ISD type hammer for the Separatists, at least so far. So let us know in the comments, guys, what you think, if you've played some games so far with the Invisible Hand or just any version of the Providence-class ships, and how they've performed for you so far, and what kind of loadouts have you been taking. So hope you guys enjoyed the little unboxing here, and thanks so much for tuning in. As normal, we'll have some more for you guys here soon with Armada, and again, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one.